Hello, everybody. Guess what, Catherine Gaston? You got it. Fresh out the shower. At least I put clothes on first. You know this is my signature look around here. Oh my goodness, so many people are already here. Hi, Nana Laura. So good to see you. Oh my gosh, I love the name. Hi, Emily. Ooh, I remember that movie. That's been a minute. You're watching a classic. Hello, Tammy. How you doing, honey? Shelly babes, good to see you, love. Hi, Brian Boggs. Good to see you. What up, do you? Hi, crazy old lady. And I have decided that it's Mystic Flocka. I don't know what flocka means, but I remember it being a word at some point. I should probably look that up before I say that again. But that's the only way that I can say that without feeling like I'm being naughty. And who knows, I might still be being naughty. I just don't know what it means. Jenny Green, my love. I think I already said hi to you, but what's a second one? I love you. Oh my gosh, you guys. Salty Buddha! You made it early even. Wow. I'd give you an award, but all I have is me. Tiana Miller. Hi, sweetie pie. Hi, Shane. Good to see you, love. Hi, Patwood. Welcome. I'm so glad you're here. You guys make me so happy. I love coming in and seeing all of my wonderful, wonderful friends. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. I am so proud of her. Oh golly, am I ever. It was great. It was great. And right now on the other computer, here, maybe I can show you. I downloaded the entire show, 15 hours, and I'm exporting it right now to MP4, and then I'm saving it on her external, because she has one that I've had. Ooh, she was a little kid when I got it, and there we go. So it's got every SD card from every phone that I've had since she was a baby. And I got it because I had a digital camera, and the SD card, I went out and I took pictures, like a ton of pictures, with her father and one of his best friends, and we went and hiked to the top of Devil's Lake, and it was a beautiful day. And so I got pictures of my now ex-husband standing on the edge of the bluff with his staff, and it was gorgeous. And the next day I went to orientation at my new job, and my SD card was completely gone, empty, wiped. Apparently, I guess I overloaded how much storage was available on that SD card. And the camera just kept taking pictures and didn't stop when it was out of memory, and emptied it, every baby photo that I had. So all of the baby photos that I have of my daughter, nearly all of them, other than what was taken by like her grandpa and stuff, they are taken on like VGA 1.3 megapixel cell phones. Really, really pixelated, poor quality, but they're the memories that I have. But once that happened, I went out and I bought an external, and I've been storing every SD card, every picture. I've got duplicates of pictures because, I would copy some and some would, go into other folders when I'd send in Messenger or things like that. And so it really needs to be like cleaned out and organized and stuff like that. But I've just been throughout the years just dumping stuff on there for her. I told her tonight, I'm like, when I die, this is your external, but keep in mind, there's like every SD card I've ever owned. So yes, it's all of you or everything I have of you, but it's also every SD card I ever own, and there's probably a lot of adult stuff you don't want to see. She's like, I know, Mom. But yeah, that's why I really need to go through and organize it. A lot of it's memes, okay? Don't even. Hi, Chloe's mom. Good to see you. Missy B, you made a live. I try to keep talking to you in the comments, and I wanted to make sure that you knew that you're still so loved and included, and here you are. You made it. Lisette Panette. Oh, I love saying your name. That's so much fun. Oh. Catherine Gaston, are you learning German? Or do you fluently speak German? Oh, no, it's not German. I thought it was German. I was wrong. It seemed like it. Oh, yeah, I would believe it. I mean, okay. We always like try not to think of our parents in that light because, they're our parents and that's gross. But if we are like that, why wouldn't they be? So I get it. Dutch, thank you. I did not want to say what I was thinking because I would have been really wrong and looked really dumb. Right. I can't judge them. I can't judge them. I bet at that moment he probably wished he could trade places. Oh my gosh. You guys are just funny. Oh, thank you, Missy B. Emily's like, move on, guys. Off topic. Move on. Emily's uncomfy, y'all. Sorry, honey. That one hurts. Oh my goodness. Oh. Oh, hold on. I need to breathe. Oh. Oh my gosh. Oh. I love you guys. I really do. I love you guys. Oh. Palmyra Productions is lurking in the background and he's strongly avoiding the urge to jump into chat. So don't anybody say anything about or to Palmyra right now. He's probably where he's at giving me the side eye. I did. Yep. I asked for you. And I would not trade any one of you for the whole world. Because you guys are my world. I love you. You guys make me happy every day. Oh. We sure do. We sure do. Yep. I love how Emily embraced the duck, the inner duck. Well, we said it's business in the front and party in the back. But that's kind of morning after party in the back. Oh my gosh. It's okay. We've all gone quackers. Oh. So I found a docket that I swear y'all, when you hear the voice, it's bad enough he kind of looks like him a little bit. But when you hear the voice, like what? And this is another one of those dockets that okay. You guys know how I am. So what I did was I went through and I edited it. I took all of the spaces out like I do. Okay. And then they do probable cause first and then like right away first. And then they do the arraignment. So, but it was like hopscotch. Like that's actually what I named the clip. Like when I exported it, was I named it hopscotch because it's like, you know, it's like 1, 2, 3, but then it jumps and then it's like 2, 3, 1, and you know, it's just jumping all over the place. So anyways, after I got done editing it, I'm like, well, this is just going to be a cluster for everybody to try to follow along. And so then I went through and like cut out the blocks and plopped them right behind their probable cause hearing. So you don't have to like try to remember the details. You get the probable cause hearing and then immediately get the arraignment. So, but it took forever to do that. So it's the only one that I have, but it's a pretty long, it's a full docket. So hello. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much, Pat Wood. Thank you. That means so much to me. You guys are the greatest. It's the truth for me, and I'm only 1 year into it. This has been the best year ever. I feel like renewed in life. Life sucked for a long time. And I mean, you guys know how I am. I don't sit and dwell on being the victim. I'm like, problem meets solution. It may take me a day or two to figure it out, but eventually I figure it out, or I find someone who knows and have them teach me. But I felt like for a couple decades, I was trying to figure it out and getting nowhere. And the last decade was the worst of them. 30s sucked. Take them back. I don't want them. But once I found you guys, like I feel like I should have been here a long time ago. I wish I was. Probably would have saved me from a lot of bad decisions. See, that's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. Yep. You're going to wake up every day and realize that you are in an era of blessings. It is. You're going to see all of the renewed blessings around you every day. At least that's what I hope for you. Because you deserve it. You are an amazing person, and I love you to bits and pieces. I love telling people that. I can't wait till I'm 50 so I can say that. Yep. See, everybody is just, we're all going to go through it, guys. But the best part about going through it is getting through it. Because eventually you will. And when you reach the other side, man, it's beautiful. It's a long fucking tunnel, though. I'm certainly not in a hurry. I'm going to savor every moment. Every single moment. Oh, man. Pat Wood, I'm only 41. You telling me I'm going to have to wait till I'm 68 to find a guy? I mean, I'm happy for you, and I'm sure it's great, but really, I got to wait that long? I'm gonna need more coffee. Hello, Mama Giamma. Hi, sweetie pie. So happy you made it. Yep. You just got to find that point where everything's a blessing. Even the littlest of things. Like, I went shopping yesterday. I think yesterday was my shopping day, I think. Right? Y'all know better than I do. I can't remember shit. But anyways, so I ran out of room in my basket, and dummy me got the milk like as one of the last items ish. So I put it between my feet in my little, go grocery go getter. And so by the time I got to the checkout, I forgot it was there. And I checked out and paid and everything, and went to, zoom forward in my, snail mobile, and and I felt the gallon jug tap my foot, and I'm like, oh my gosh, because darn well, like security guard, they tackle me, man. But I was like, I'm like, oh my God, I am so sorry. I did not mean to forget this. And I put it up on the little stand there, and she had already started. She was like 3 items in to the next person, because it takes me a minute. And I'm like, you've already started with her. Don't worry about it. I'll get it another day. I'm so sorry. Thank you. And I made it to the, end of all the registers when I heard, ma'am, and turn around, and it was the lady that was behind me, which I hadn't seen her. I had only seen the cashier. I didn't know who was behind me, but it was her. And she's like, here, ma'am, I paid for it. And I almost started crying. It was like such a sweet gesture, over a, $2 gallon of milk. And I'm like weepy, It was such a blessing. She didn't have to do that. That was so sweet of her. And so, I mean, Milk Lady, if you ever see this, thank you. I really, really appreciate it. So, yeah, little blessings like that. I find the greatest joy in the smallest shit. There are. There are, absolutely. Did April enter chat? I just saw a hi, April. Hi, April. How you doing, honey? Yes, absolutely super sweet of her. I was so grateful. Little things like that make a big difference to people. Mm-hmm. Yeah, ditto Lisette Panette. Yep. I've done it too when I've had the chance for people, especially little kids. Like that's if I see kids like counting out change or something, like that's my go-to, especially since I know that I can probably get the money out before they're done counting the change. With adults, it's a little harder. They're quicker than me. Oops. I meant to click on April's comment. Yeah. And you know what? You'll probably remember that for weeks. Sorry, guys. My camera angle is irritating me. You will remember that forever. I still remember when I was like, 6 or 7 probably, and I was saving my change, and I was 35 cents short of my dollar. And one of my brother's best friends had come over, and I remember taking him out on the porch because it was a big talk. It was a big, big talk. And I said, Chad, do you have 35 cents that I could have? Because I only need 35 cents and then I'll have a whole dollar. He's like, I don't have 35 cents, but here you go. And he handed me a dollar bill. And I never forgot that. I never forgot that. That was the coolest thing. Oh, I love good people. I absolutely love good people. And the world's full of them. The world is full of them. All of you guys are a testament to that. Y'all are good people. I know every one of you would do stuff like that. And I missed something, and I just want to see. Everybody bear with me for just a moment. I gotta check on something here. Oh. I was seeing the comments of like, we are here for you, Lisette Panette. And I saw a couple of them like that. And I was like, oh my God, what happened to Lisette? You know, thinking she needed emotional comfort. And here she's just saying men are assholes and she gave up on them. We are here for you. I'm glad that it wasn't something like, you know, some emotional tragedy or something that I was like afraid that I had missed. Oh, you guys. Oh, yep. Blessings to the milk lady. You guys are just so amazing. You make me so happy. Oh, Dana M. Lurking in the bed. That's a good place to be. Oh. Oh, Becky D, that was so sweet of her. Well, you know what? Even if you don't ever get the opportunity to pay her back, I'm sure she'd be just fine if you paid her back by paying it forward to someone else. You know that. And I know you would. That is so sweet. Absolutely. Look at y'all. Now you guys can each. You got the member for 1 month milestone marker. I'm so happy about that. You guys have stuck with me for a whole month. Wow. Oh, Salty Buddha, I know you haven't seen Ava yet. That's the only reason you're sticking around. Ava, your fan club awaits. Your fan club awaits. Hi, baby girl. Hi. Come on up. Come on up, a good girl. Hi, a good girl. You're so pretty. You're so pretty. Yes. Yes. Are you checking my hand for treats? You brat. You brat. You're like, I don't care if you love me, Mama. I want treats. Treats are on this side. Because I accidentally put the desk together backwards. And by the time I had gotten this far, I was not taking it apart. Yes, the original plan, though, I was going to have the treats on that side. Well, the drawers on that side. You know the treats are the most important part of the drawers. But yeah. That's why I said I'm dyslexic. But by the time I got that side put together, like with all the steps put together, I was like, well, it is what it is. It's just going to be a left-sided drawer desk. Hi, Billy O.T. I know, baby. I can't go quicker. I'm sorry. I'm going to get different bags for these. I really am. I'm going to get Ziploc slider bags so that I can do this quicker, because these actually are not fun to try to get into when you have a dog waiting on them. All right. Let me move my coffee before we even begin. Come on up. Nope. Nope. Wait. Time for Ava show. No, you take the one in my hand, not the two on the desk, you little brat. Yeah, you cheat. You cheat. I think she's trying to get, see, these are the little, I think they're cheese and something, but I think she's aiming for the sweet potato chicken thing. She really loves that. Like you scratch my desk and I'll forgive you. I know I would, but I'd be mad. I'd be mad for a long time. A long time. Eventually I'd forgive you, but it'd take a while. And then Billy, I know he's waiting for treats too, but he just had some. Tell the world how you feel, Billy. Tell the world how you feel. He's been grumpy. He's been in a very bitey mood. I think I'm just not playing with him enough. He's much better after I give him treats and food. But prior to treats and food, man, he's ornery. You know what? I should read you guys something. Do you guys want to hear story time? You want to hear my view on it? Hold up. I'll be right back. Yes, hangry cat. All right. All right. Give me just a second, okay? It's literally like 10 feet from me. I gotta get it. All right. Okay, so this has been taped to my wall since the day I wrote it. Well, it's been taped to a wall since I wrote it, wherever I've lived. All right. So it says, I have recently joined a dating site in hopes of meeting someone I can connect with. I am lonely far too often. Today, a man asked me, so what is a pretty woman like you looking for on here? I believe my reply to him was as genuine as I could be. I think I'm looking for the same thing that every person in this world is looking for, but some are too afraid to admit it. I'm looking for the kind of love that the thought of losing your partner is a crippling effect, a paralyzing emotion. I want someone that I can connect with and be myself and not have to ever question how they feel about me. I think many are too prideful and are afraid to give themselves wholly to their partner because they're afraid they'll lose themselves in it. And in a way, you do. But what you gain is so much more. April Searing, 6/5/2020. You just got to put yourself out there and not be afraid to love wholly. And eventually you will find someone who loves you wholly back. Well, thanks, Salty Buddha. It is, because I'm a writer and a poet. I can say that because I've actually been published, so. Aw, thank you, Shane. That means a lot to me. They always told me that when I stopped looking, that'd be when I found someone. I stopped looking a long time ago, and I still haven't found anybody, but it's okay. Because I'm perfectly content in the life that I have. When someone decides they want to join my life, they are welcome to do so. A library of guys. Oh, yeah, we can't have that argument, though. Because, we'd get into a comparison match, and I'd have to tell y'all some stories. I've been burnt a lot. A lot. Oh, well. You wipe the slate clean each time because you can't take any bitterness or resentment onto the next one. Because if you do, the next one's already doomed. Because you can't compare. You're just like my ex-wife. You're just, no. Once you start doing that shit, you can already consider them an ex. Aw, that's so sweet, Jane. I love that. A little of column A, a little of column B. You just bring it out in them. It's always there. It's always there, but they've suppressed it. And then they get with you, and they're like, I'm going to let my crazy flag fly. Aww. One of my really close friends we were in elementary school together. In middle school, I think it was 7th grade, she met the man that she's still married to. They started dating in 7th grade. And they're still married. They've got 3 beautiful children together. They're wonderful. They are wonderful, wonderful people. I love them. She's just got that innocence about her. And I love that. She's so, like, everything. She's got that childlike wonder about her. And I love that. I love that so much. Like, she loves learning. She's very funny, but in a dry sense of humor. Not dry. She just, I don't know. Like, she doesn't tell, like, jokes like stand-up comedy type jokes, but she tells jokes that are like, if you're not listening, you don't catch that it's a joke. I don't know how to explain it any other way. I love her. That is so cool, Jody. Well, I know you're not secretly her. If you are, Erica, I'm on to you. Hmm. I feel that one. Oh, do I feel that one? You're right. You're right. But if you can't trust them with your imperfections, do you deserve their perfections? Like, if you don't trust them with your imperfections, you're not giving them that chance to prove you wrong. So you kind of got to just trust them. I mean, I'm not saying the first day you meet them. That's crazy talk. Like, no, not the first day you meet them, but but it shouldn't take too long to know. It really shouldn't, I don't think. I don't know. Most people, you know what's funny though? Most people that I found that like have the absolute like strongest relationship bonds hated each other the very first moment they met. Couldn't stand each other. Like, those are the ones that I think are the most fun. That's hilarious. Like, the love at first sight people, it's nah. The candle that burns the hottest burns out the quickest. But the ones that hated each other the very first minute they met, and then at some point they realize that they're in love. Like, those are the ones that last forever. Those are the ones that act like they're married couple, like, forever till the day they die. They're the woman's nag, and the husband's like, I don't care. I turned my hearing aids off an hour ago. Oh my gosh, congratulations. That is so cool. Yes, but that I was putting it into words that she used, but yes. That sounds like your parents. Mine too. Mine too. Mine knew each other as kids. And I don't think my mom would mind me sharing this. My parents, like, I know they wouldn't want me talking about them a whole lot, but this is pretty innocent. My mom and her best friend, I ended up being best friends with her child when, like, we grew up 2 houses away from each other. But when they were kids, they lived in those same 2 houses. And my dad lived not even a block away. It was like half a block away. And another guy who was friends with my dad-ish, like, lived not very far away either, but they were always in this same, like, friends circle kind of thing. But anyways, my mom and her friend used to always joke back and forth, and her friend would be like, you're going to grow up and marry Gordy. My mom was like, well, then you're going to grow up and marry Dave. And they're both like, ew, 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 ew. They both did. Each one of them. Both grew up, married them. Yep. They couldn't stand them as teenagers and kids, but that's who they ended up with. My mom and dad are still together. Oh. Lisette Panette, you got my prayers, honey. Definitely. Put them together to snuggle close. It's been proven to work. I don't know what's going on. Maybe that's not an option. But I've seen many articles that when one twin gets sick, if you put the twins together where they can hold hands or cuddle close, something where they can physically touch each other, then the healing process goes much quicker. So, but whatever is going on, I really, oh man, I hope for the best for you and your family. Okay, guys. I am going to put on a clip. The clip. The Holy Grail. That this guy found. Oh, wait. I have a really quick one. Speaking of all this love crap, this is just a really quick 16-second clip, but it's so cute. And you know darn well he was flirting.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Sorry, it felt awkward just staring at your picture.
The judge should be on any minute.
Okay.
I love that step in of the judge should be on any minute. They're like, oh yeah, we shouldn't be doing this. I don't know. I saw little hearts come up for both of them. I just thought that was cute.
Morning.
Yes, you did.
Morning, sir.
You here on the clap fleece?
Yeah, however you pronounce that last name, yes.
Yes, I was just doing my best guess there. Okay, calling prosecutor order number 23-11549 in the matter of David Michael Kapfleisch, Kalbfleisch. Detective appears for the record.
Detective Jason Randolph, Waterford Police Department.
Thank you. Raise your right hand, please. Do solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you're about to give is true to the best of your knowledge, information, and belief.
I do.
Okay, please state the facts as you know them in this matter.
Your Honor, on December 30th, 2023, officers were dispatched for a domestic violence call. Officers arrived and met with Ricky Stiles, who stated that his stepson, David Kalbfleisch, came to his home because he hasn't eaten lately and was hungry. Ricky did allow David to come inside, but immediately noticed that David was not making any sense and was hallucinating. Ricky stated that he knows that David uses meth and that he had to tell him to leave his home. Ricky led David to the door, and this is when David became angry. David turned around, hit Ricky in the right side of his mouth. Ricky was able to pick up a stick he keeps by the door to defend himself, and David left his home. Officers observed a fresh cut on Ricky's lower lip that was bleeding. David was located at his home nearby, admitted that he was at Ricky's home and that they had gotten into a fight. David stated that he was punched by Ricky, although officers did not see any injuries on him. David was hallucinating. telling officers that he possessed the Holy Grail and had contacts with the CIA and FBI. David was placed under arrest and taken to the station for booking, requesting a warrant for domestic violence against David Kalbfleisch.
Thank you. The court finds that the alleged crime was committed and that there's probable cause to believe the defendant committed said offense. The court will sign and issue a complaint and warrant in this matter.
And now the CIA has the Holy Grail, y'all. If you thought it was lost before, we'll never see it now.
Anything further? Otherwise, we're all set.
Yeah, he just has a prior in 17 misdemeanor aggravated assault, pled no contest. He was placed on probation, but there's been a violation of probation warrant out for his arrest since 2016, so he'll have to address that also. But that's his
Okay.
list.
Yeah, but I do see that. Thank you very much.
All right,
Step
thank
Thank
you.
you, Detective. All right. Sir, at the jail, please state your name for the record.
David Michael Kalbfleisch, sir.
Okay, calling case prosecutor order number 23-11549 in the matter of David Michael Kalbfleisch. Counsel appearance for the record, please.
Morning, Your Honor. Andrew Monk, CP number 69568. David, state your full name again.
David Michael Kalbfleisch.
Counsel, how would you like to proceed?
Judge, regard to the arraignment, waive formal reading. Client stands mute. Kindly enter a plea of not guilty at this time.
Enter a plea of not guilty on your client's behalf. We'll grant court-appointed counsel in this matter as well. Counsel, if you'd like to address bond, you can at this time.
Well, Judge, this is the misdemeanor version, domestic violence. He tells me he can stay away from Ricky Stiles, the stepfather. He won't go back to, he lives further down the street, has his own apartment. So he's not going to step foot in. I'd ask you consider a release. I think that's the recommendation.
Come on, guys. Am I not right? Does he sound like Ben Stein? That actor? Like it's crazy. It's absolutely uncanny.
Okay, thank you, counsel. Just, the client does have a failed to appear back in 2018 on an ag assault matter. So I'm going to have to set a small reasonable bond in this matter with some other conditions. Okay, the bond will be in the amount of $1,000 cash surety in this matter. I'm going to have the defendant must not have any direct or indirect contact with the complaining witness. I believe it's his stepfather, Ricky Lee Stiles, Styles. The defendant will not return to the premises known. You will not assault, serve, beat, molest, or in any way verbally harass, intimidate, or threaten any witnesses in this matter. You must personally appear for all court appearances. If you should change your address and or phone number, you need to contact the 51st District Court in Waterford and let them know where you're at immediately and let them know that in writing. You will not possess any firearms or other dangerous weapons. You will refrain from using any form of alcohol, THC, marijuana, illegal drugs, or abusing any medication. I'm ordering that you test 2 times a week for alcohol and drugs. Pick up no new criminal offenses while you are out on bond. Other than that, sir, do you understand your bond conditions?
Everything except for the bond part.
Okay, what is it you don't understand? And I'm sure your counsel can address what you need to do as far as proceeding on that matter.
Like how much money I have to come up with for bond.
$1,000.
$1,000.
Or you can call bail bonds. Maybe they'll do it for less. It'll help you make some phone calls.
Okay, thank you, sir. You can just check with the door behind you. Other than that, you can check at the door behind you. They'll let you out.
They got the heavy hitters today.
Hey,
And
how are you?
I'm fairly awake. All right. I talked to everybody in the jail, so I'm gonna leave that. I'm gonna
Okay.
zoom into you.
Okay,
We're good to go. Main
Okay.
jail, Oakland County.
okay, all the jails are done, okay.
Jail is ready.
See you in about 5 minutes.
Yes, sir.
All right. Okay, sir, at the jail, what is your name, please?
Teron Chandler.
Thank you. Calling case Charles Noor 21-002876 in the matter of Khalif Teron Chandler. Council appearance for the record.
Morning, Your Honor. Andrew Long, CP number 69568.
Okay. Mr. Chandler, state your full name again for the record, please.
Khalif Teron Chandler.
Thank you, sir.
Sir, can you please stop trying to eat the microphone?
Counsel, how would you like to proceed in this matter? This case is in front of Judge Bondi. I think a bond has already been set in this matter. You may proceed, counsel.
Yeah, Judge, this is a bench warrant. I'd ask the bench warrant be set aside. It was a failure to appear for a payment show cause back in February of 22.
Thank you, counsel. Original charge was a disorderly person. He failed to appear back in February of 2022 on this matter when you're supposed to appear and resolve some matters with the court. I'll set this matter for a payment review and set a bond of $954 cash surety, no 10%, and just make sure that you personally appear, sir, for all court proceedings, not leave the state of Michigan without permission of the court. And if you should change your address or phone number, let the court know that immediately in writing. That'll be at the 52-1 District Court in Novi. Other than that, sir, pick up no new criminal offenses. This matter is going to be set for review. Sir, do you understand your bond conditions?
Yes.
Okay, you're all set here. Just they'll let you out the back of the door there. Good luck to you, sir. Detective, good morning.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Okay. 1, 2. So we have 4 swear-tos, is that correct?
3 swear-tos, 4 suspects.
Okay. Got it. Let's call calling case, calling prosecutor order number 23-11543, D. David 02. That's on Juan Jesus T. Morales and PO 23-1153, D. David 01 on Francis Rivas Lucena, Lucena. These are the 2 files that they have the same set of facts, co-defendants.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. Please state your name for the record.
Detective Carlo Pizzorni, Troy Police Department.
Okay, would you raise your right hand? You solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you're about to give is true to the best of knowledge, information, and belief.
I do.
Okay, so we're calling the 2 files 23-11543, D. David 01 and 23-11543, David 02. Juan Morales on 02 and Francis Rivas Lucena on 01. You may proceed with the facts as you know them.
Good morning, Your Honor. Detective Pizzorni on behalf of the city of Troy. This incident occurred on December 30th, 2023, and involves the defendants Juan Frina Morales and Francis Rivas Lucena. On the date in question, Troy PD was called by Macy's Loss Prevention, and they advised that a retail fraud had occurred and that one suspect, Juan Morales, had been detained while the other, Francis Lucena, was outside of the mall. Upon arrival, officers placed Lucena in custody. Macy's Loss Prevention employee Tyler Shear advised officers that he had observed Morales and Lucena selecting items and placing them on a stroller that had their child inside of it. As they proceeded through the store, Morales and Lucena acted together as multiple items were selected and placed onto the stroller. Shear stated that Lucena entered a restroom and concealed items and later entered a fitting room with Morales to conceal additional items. Both Morales and Lucina were observed passing multiple points of sale without attempting to pay for any of the concealed merchandise. Morales and Lucina attempted to exit the store on the third floor when Shear approached them and identified himself as loss prevention. The total amount of merchandise recovered was $1,502.22. This case was presented to the Oakland County Prosecutor's Office for review, and a warrant was authorized for the charge you have before you today.
Thank you, Detective. So as it relates to 11543 D. David 01, the court finds the alleged crime was committed, probable cause to believe the defendant committed the said offense. That would be Francis Rivera Slusa. As it relates to the same file number, 11543 D. David 02, as it relates to Ron Jesus Morales. The court also finds that the alleged crime was committed, probable cause to believe the defendant committed the said offense. The court will issue and sign the complaint warrant in both these matters. Any other thoughts or that I may not be aware of that you would like to make the court aware of, Detective?
It appears that they are not in the country legally. And the Troy Police Department was contacted by ICE, just unsure on whether or not they're going to come and place a detainer on them.
Understood. Okay, thank you for that. Do you know whether or not they're living at the Detroit address that's listed here? You think, or any thoughts on that?
There is I believe it was Mr. Morales's brother is the one that came and picked up their child and mentioned that they were all staying together at that address.
Okay, thank you.
Hey, Tyler. Yeah, exactly. Hey, how you doing here?
Is this one of the parties? I'm just going to move you to breakout room right away if this is one of the parties.
I'm sure that is.
¿Cuál es tu nombre?
Francis Rivas.
She's Sanchez Rivas.
Okay.
Just before you get started, if you could just tell her to knock on the table when she's done, that way we know.
Que cuando hayas terminado quieren que golpees en la mesa si saben que terminaste. Pueden volver a entrar.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks. I'm gonna put you three of you in the breakout room.
Nos van a poner en una sala aparte para que puedas hablar con tu abogado.
Okay, I'm done with him. We got the guy with Maria, but I don't know how to leave the breakout room. Can you force us?
Yeah, I can force everybody back
Okay,
in.
great. Okay.
And then we'll get the guy and I'll put the three of you back in.
Right.
Okay.
No, actually, Judge, you can then just bring the girl in because Maria and I already talked to her.
Okay, so you need the girl, you need the guy.
The guy first, then they'll bring the girl in, but Maria and I already talked to both of them.
Oh, okay. I think the guy is already in.
Yes, he is.
Calling case prosecutor order number 23-11543 D. David 02 in the matter of Juan Jesus Trina Morales.
Excuse me, Honor,
Counsel
can I get
appearance-
that case number again? 23115?
Yeah, 23-11543 D as in David 02.
Okay, thank you. Se llama el número de caso
Counsel appearance for
23.
the record.
Morning,
Sorry.
Your Honor. Andrew Moggs.
Se presentó el abogado Andrew Marks a favor del acusado.
The interpreter appearance for the record, please.
Maria Gialdi.
I'm going to swear you in. Would you please raise your right hand? You do solemnly swear and affirm that you will truly and accurately and impartially interpret the matter before the court and not divulge any confidential communications?
I do.
Okay, thank you very much. Sir, at the jail, what is your name?
Señor en la cárcel, ¿cuál es su nombre, por favor?
Mi nombre,
Sí, diga su nombre.
Juan Jesús Triana Morales.
Juan Jesus Triana Morales.
Okay. Counsel, how would you like to proceed?
Judge, waive formal reading, client stands mute, kindly enter a plea of not guilty.
El abogado está diciendo que renuncia a la lectura de cargos porque ya le informó los cargos y que hace que su cliente se quede callado.
Enter a plea of not guilty for your client.
El juez va a poner un descargo de no culpable para su cliente.
Court appointed counsel is granted.
Le asignan un abogado público.
Counsel, would you like to address bond?
Judge, he has a place to stay, 19661 Haffey Street, Haffe, in Detroit. He lives there with his wife, who's the co-defendant. They have a 1.5-year-old baby. He's self-employed, does cleaning and landscaping work.
Le preguntó si quería decir algo con respecto a la fianza, dijo que sí, que su cliente vive en la calle 19661 Half en Detroit con su esposa, que es la codefendida, que tienen un bebé de 1 año y medio, que tiene un lugar donde ir a quedarse, eso es en Detroit, y que usted trabaja haciendo limpieza en las yardas.
Sí.
Counsel, I see a New York address for your client. How long has he been living in Detroit? Which I do have that address as well.
El juez dice que él ve otra dirección en Nueva York. ¿Hace cuánto tiempo que usted vive en la dirección de Detroit, señor?
Es que yo tengo, lo que es que yo cuando entré llegué a Nueva York, ¿sí?
¿Hace
De
cuánto
ahí
tiempo
hice-
que... ¿Hace
Acá
cuánto
5
tiempo?
meses.
Sí, 5 meses que vive en Detroit?
Aproximadamente ya 5 meses pasados.
Yeah, about 5 months ago, because when I entered the country, I live in New York, but I moved here 5 months ago.
Okay, thank you.
Gracias.
Based on defendant's short time living at that address, I am going to keep the bond at a reasonable amount. This is a felony case. Bond will be $1,000 cash surety, no 10%.
Dado que el poco tiempo que usted llega viviendo en esta jurisdicción y este es un delito mayor, le voy a dar una fianza de $1,000 pagadas en efectivo o aseguradas con la propiedad. No puede pagar el 10%, tiene que pagar los $1,000.
That's the one thing with this judge. Like, he'll set realistic bonds for people, but he does not do the 10% bonds. So if you go up against him, what he says you're going to pay, that's what you're going to pay. Until you see another judge, at least.
Okay.
Going to order that the defendant be fitted for a GPS tether prior to his release, home confinement.
With confinement, you said?
Home confinement. He won't be able to leave that address, Detroit. I'm going to mention the address in a second, but GPS tether prior to his release, home confinement in Detroit, Michigan.
Okay. El juez dijo que una vez que pague los $1,000, antes de ser liberado de la cárcel, le tienen que poner un grillete en el tobillo con un GPS y que va a tener arresto domiciliario, no va a poder salir de la casa, porque ese grillete lo va a estar monitoreando y si sale de la casa vuelven a arrestar, va a tener que quedarse todo el tiempo dentro de la dirección de esa de la 19661 de la JAFE.
¿Durante qué tiempo?
For how long?
Until his next court date, which is I'll let you know until the next court date, which is coming up on January the 8th, and then he'll have to check with the judge.
Eso va a ser hasta su próximo día de corte, que va a ser el día 8 de enero. El día 8 de enero, su próximo juez le dirá qué es lo que tiene que hacer. Pero hasta el 8 de enero va a estar con arresto domiciliario, no pudiendo salir de la casa.
Okay, y el día 8
He will be,
de
I'm
enero.
going to have to finish here. He will be allowed to leave for medical emergencies, court appointments, and any attorney visits that are required.
Okay, las únicas
Medical
razones...
emergencies, court appointments. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Las únicas razones que usted puede salir de la casa son si tiene una emergencia médica, si tiene que venir a corte o si tiene que reunirse con su abogado.
Okay.
His next court date is going to be January the 8th of 2024 at 9:00 a.m.
Su próximo día de corte va a ser el 8 de enero a las 9 de la mañana.
Okay.
That's the probable cause conference. His exam date is going to be January the 15th of this year, 2024 at 9:00 a.m.
Su próximo día de corte va a ser el 8 de enero a las 9 de la mañana. Esa va a ser su audiencia de causa probable. Y después tiene puesto un examen para el día 15 de enero a las 9 de la mañana.
Y los $1,000.
52-4 District Court in Troy is the location of his court dates.
Y esas 2 veces usted va a tener que venir a la corte de Troy.
Okay.
Going to order that the defendant not return to any Macy's store.
No puede volver a ninguna tienda Macy's,
Ok,
including Troy, Michigan.
incluyendo la de Troy.
ok, está bien.
Not have any contact with Macy employees.
No puede tener ningún contacto con ningún empleado de Macy's.
Ok,
Do not assault, beat, or molest,
No puede agredir, ni golpear, ni molestar.
or in any way verbally harass or intimidate,
No puede tampoco ni intimidar,
or threaten any witnesses in this matter.
ni amenazar a cualquier testigo en este caso.
ok.
Personally appear for all court proceedings.
Tiene que presentarse personalmente para todas las cortes que tenga.
Do
Sí,
not leave the state of Michigan without permission of the court.
No puede salir del estado de Michigan sin permiso del tribunal.
ok.
If he should change his address or phone number, he need to let the court know immediately.
Y usted tiene que avisar al tribunal de cualquier cambio de teléfono que
The
tenga
defendant
o de
will not
dirección.
possess any. The defendant will not possess any firearms or other dangerous weapons.
Y no puede poseer ni comprar armas de fuego ni ningún arma peligrosa.
Nada de eso, nada de eso.
No new criminal charges.
No puede tener ninguna ofensa criminal nueva.
No,
Do
nada.
you understand your bond conditions, sir?
¿Usted entendió las fianzas que le impuso el juez, señor?
Pues lo que quería decir era que cómo hago para pagar los $1,000, cuándo.
Ok. Primero le preguntó si entendió lo que le dijo.
Pues lo que usted me está diciendo lo entendí poco, no mucho. No es que es primera vez que paso por esto y la verdad no sé muy bien.
I just understand a little bit because it's the first time that I'm going through this. I want to know how I can do to pay the bond.
Ask the deputies at the jail. They will assist him on how to do that.
Que los oficiales en la cárcel le van a explicar. Alguien tiene que venir y pagar los $1,000.
Ok.
Thank you. Just knock on the table so they'll know you're done.
We're here, Your Honor.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Oh, yep.
Pues una pregunta.
I'm sorry.
Y mi esposa está acá conmigo. Los dos somos iguales.
My wife is here with me, so we both have the same charges.
Correct.
Correcto.
Ok. Gracias.
Thank you.
Calling case number prosecutor order 23-11543, D as in David 01, in the matter of Francis Morena Rubias Lucina.
Llamaron número de caso 23-11543 de dedo 01, el caso contra Francis Rivas.
Counsel
Lucina.
appearance for the record.
Morning, Your Honor. Andrew Moxie.
Se presentó el señor Andrew Moxie a favor de su acusada.
And the interpreter, please state your name again for the record.
Maria Gialdi.
And you are still under oath in this matter as well. Young lady at the jail, would you please state your name?
Señora, por favor, ¿puede decir su nombre completo?
Francis Oriana Rivas Lucena.
¿Rivas qué?
Lucena.
Lucera.
Lucena.
Francis Oriana Rivas Lucera.
Counsel, how would you like to proceed?
Judge, waive formal reading. Client stands mute. Kindly enter plea of not guilty.
El abogado dijo que renuncia a la lectura formal de cargo, su cliente se queda callado y que ponga un descargo de no culpable.
You can address bond, counsel.
Judge, she primarily cares for that 1.5-year-old baby who's currently with the aunt. I'd ask you to consider, the same bond as the husband co-defendant, except add a 10% provision to her bond.
Dice que ella no trabaja, solo cuida a su niño de 1 año y medio y que pide que le pongan las mismas condiciones de fianza que a su esposo, lo único que le permita pagar un 10% para poder salir de la cárcel.
The person that she cares for, who is that? And is that what the request is based on? I just want to make sure I understand that.
She has the 1.5-year-old child. The aunt is caring for the child right now, but they're going to need help. I just request, she be given that lower bond with the 10% so she can care for the child.
Here's my problem with that. And this is where I got to step in. That child that you're arguing that she needs to get out to go care for, she and her husband used that child in the commission of a felony. I don't care what you're going through. That's putting your child in harm's way. You don't do that. What if that had gone sideways? You knew there was a possibility of you getting caught. You knew you were breaking the law. You know the police would come if you got caught. What if it went bad? You're putting your child in danger. What if, let's forget the police for a minute, what if a citizen decides that they're going to save something? That they're going to stop a crime. They're going to be a hero. They don't have the training that law enforcement has. When you use your child to commit a crime, you shouldn't get that child back. At least not without CPS first getting that child and you having to go through parenting classes and learning what a parent is. Because anybody who uses their child as a pawn in the commission of a felony, of any kind of felony, not a parent.
Está pidiendo que le den una fianza más baja para que usted pueda salir de la cárcel y cuidar de su niño que en este momento se lo están cuidando.
Okay, as it relates to bond, the bond will be $300 cash surety, no 10%.
Y con respecto a la fianza, su fianza va a ser de $300 pagados en efectivo o asegurados con una propiedad. No puede pagar el 10%, tiene que pagar los 300.
The defendant will be fitted with a GPS tether, home confinement prior to release.
Que antes de que sea librada de la cárcel, le tienen que colocar un grillete con GPS y una vez que sea liberada de la cárcel, va a estar en arresto domiciliario. Quiere decir que no puede salir de la casa.
At the location of
Y usted se va a tener que quedar encerrada en la casa de la dirección del 19661 de la Jafe en Detroit.
home confinement exceptions for medical emergency, court appearances, and any attorney visits that are necessary.
Las únicas excepciones, la única razón que puede salir de la casa va a ser para asistir por una emergencia médica, para venir a corte o porque tenga alguna reunión con su abogado.
Okay.
Defendant will not return to any Macy's store, including the Macy's in Troy.
No puede volver a ninguna tienda Macy's, inclusive la Macy's que está en Troy, a ningún Macy's.
Defendant will not assault, beat, molest, or verbally harass.
Usted no puede asaltar, ni golpear, ni molestar ni verbalmente.
Intimidate or threaten any witnesses in this matter.
No puede intimidar, ni acosar, ni amenazar a ningún testigo.
Personally appear for all court appearances.
Se tiene que presentar en persona a todas las cortes que tenga.
Do not leave the state of Michigan without permission of the court.
No puede salir del estado de Michigan sin permiso del tribunal.
And immediately notify the court in writing of any change of address or phone number.
Y usted tiene que notificar por escrito de inmediato al tribunal si cambia de dirección o de teléfono.
The defendant will not possess any firearms or other dangerous weapons.
No puede poseer armas de fuego ni ninguna otra arma peligrosa.
Pick up no new criminal charges.
No puede tener ningún otro delito nuevo. No puede cometer ningún otro delito.
Her next court date, probable cause conference, is January the 8th of 2024.
Su próximo día de corte, la audiencia de causa probable, va a ser el 8 de enero a las 9 de la mañana.
9 o'clock a.m.
A las 9 de la mañana.
The exam is scheduled for January 15th of 2024 at 9 o'clock a.m.
Y su examen está puesto para el día 15 de enero a las 9 de la mañana.
At the 52-4 District Court in Troy.
En la 52-4 la Corte de Troy.
Do you understand your bond conditions, ma'am?
¿Usted entiende cuáles son sus condiciones de la fianza, señora?
Sí.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, eso es todo, gracias. That's it for me, Your Honor, or you have anybody else?
I think that's it. I appreciate
Okay.
it. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. Goodbye.
Okay.
Bye,
All right,
Mr.
bye-bye.
Moxie. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
I love those pandas.
Calling case prosecutor order number 24-00003. This is in a matter of Nathan DeMarcus Taylor. Detective, you're still under oath. Just state your name again for the record.
Detective Carlo Pizzorni with the Troy Police Department.
Okay. Please state the facts as you know them.
Good morning, Your Honor. Detective Pizzorni on behalf of the city of Troy. This incident occurred on December 31st, 2023 and involves the defendant, Nathan Taylor. On the date in question, Troy PD Dispatch received a report of a domestic assault occurring at the Wyndham Hotel located at 2537 Rochester Court in Troy.
No, Shane, it wasn't a sloth. It was a red panda. They're quite popular in some parts of Asia.
The caller advised that he received a call from the victim, Nia Spencer Nunez, who told them to call 911 and that she was in a domestic situation. Officers arrived and located Nia, who was stated that her boyfriend, Nathan Taylor, had assaulted her by grabbing her throat, pushing her to make her sit down, and ripping her clothing. Nia further stated to officers that during the assault, Nathan took her phone from her and blocked the door, preventing her from leaving. This case was presented to the Oakland County Prosecutor's Office for review, and a warrant was authorized for the charge you have before you today.
Thank you. The court finds that the alleged crime is committed, that there's probable cause to believe the defendant committed said offense. The court will issue and sign the complaint and warrant in this matter. Any extraordinary circumstances you want to make the court aware of in this file, Detective?
Nothing extraordinary, just that the defendant does have a weapons history for his CCA.
Okay. At the jail, what is your name?
Nathan Taylor.
Okay, thank you. Okay, calling case prosecutor order number 24-00003 in the matter of Nathan DeMarcus Taylor. Counsel appearance for the record.
Morning, Your Honor. Andrew Mogg, CP number 69568.
Okay, sir, at the jail, state your full name for the record.
Nathan DeMarcus Taylor.
Okay, counsel, would you like to proceed in this matter?
Judge, waive formal reading. Client stands mute. Kindly enter a plea of not guilty.
Okay. Court will enter a plea of not guilty on your client's behalf. Court-appointed counsel will be granted in this matter. Would you like to address bond?
Judge, just to remind you, this is the misdemeanor version of the domestic violence. He can stay away from Ina Spencer Nunes. He doesn't live anywhere near her. He'd be staying with his parents, Detroit. He works full-time. He's a forklift operator at an industrial warehouse. I'd ask you, consider a low bond. He'd like to get back to work. That's the most important thing to him.
Okay.
Let me hope we're personal.
There's one civil bench warrant I'm looking at here that was out of the 48th District Court back in 2018 on a failed to appear matter, but bond will be in the amount of 500 cash surety, no 10%. I'm going to order that the defendant not have any direct or indirect contact with Nia Spencer Nunez, N-U-N-E-S, that the defendant not return to the Wyndham Hotel, City of Troy, that the defendant will not attempt to contact the person wherever her home address is. I'm not quite sure she's even living in the state of Michigan. But the defendant will not have any direct or indirect contact with the complaining witness. Defendant will not assault, beat, molest, or any way verbally harass, intimidate, or threaten the complaining witness in this matter. Personally appear for all court appearances. Do not leave the state of Michigan without permission of the court, sir, and immediately notify the court in writing of any change of address or phone number. Are you on the street in Detroit?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You will not possess any firearms, other dangerous weapons. Going to order that you refrain from using any form of alcohol, THC, marijuana, abusing any illegal drugs or abusing any medication. Going to order that you test 1 time per week for alcohol and drugs. Pick up no new criminal activity while you're out on bond. Other than that, sir, do you understand your bond conditions?
I got one question.
Yes.
Is there any possible way I can get a personal because I'm not able to pay 500?
You're going to have to address that with your counsel. I kept the bond as low as I possibly could in this matter. So you're going to have to address that with your counsel at this point.
After hearing the description of what he did to her that was visibly noticeable by the officers that arrived on scene, I don't think she'd be safe with him having a personal. Heck no. Stay right where you're at, buddy.
As it relates to what you can do. But the bond's not going to change.
Thank you.
Okay, good luck to you, sir.
This is hilarious.
Calling case prosecutor order number 23-11541 in the matter of Delar Thigpen. Detective, you're still under oath. Please state your name again on this file.
Detective Carlo Pizzorni, Troy Police Department.
Okay, please state the facts as you know them in this matter.
Good morning, Your Honor. Detective Pizzorni on behalf of the city of Troy. This incident occurred on December 29th, 2023, and involves the defendant, Delar Thigpen. On the date in question, Troy PD was called regarding an assault in progress. Upon arrival, officers made contact with Constance James, who stated she was assaulted by Thigpen. James further stated that Thigpen arrived at the apartment, who immediately began having a verbal altercation. Thigpen was upset about how James was holding her child and attacked her. James stated Thigpen punched her in the face with a closed fist at least 3 times, then got on top of her and strangled her for what felt like 45 seconds. Officers observed red marks under James's right eye where she stated she was punched and red marks on her neck. Her neck had small red spots, which EMS confirmed were petechia, likely from strangulation.
Now keep in mind, this happened because she didn't like the way that they were holding the child. I really hope the child was set down before all of this happened.
Also a small laceration above her right hand and bruising on her upper back. This case was presented to the Oakland County Prosecutor's Office for review, and a warrant was authorized for the charges you have before you today.
Thank you. The court finds the alleged crime was committed and that there's probable cause to believe the defendant committed said offense. The court will sign and issue the complaint and warrant in this matter. Haven't looked at anything. Any outstanding issues you want the court to be aware of in this file as it relates to the defendant?
She does have a warrant, but it's a no extradition warrant out of Ohio. Does have a history of assault.
Okay. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Good luck.
Thanks.
Your Honor, I have Miss Thigpen coming in now.
Oh, okay. Who's coming in? Okay. Thank you. Thigpen. Thank you. Thank you. At the jail, would you please state your name for the record?
Delar Thigpen.
Okay. Thank you. Calling case prosecutor order number 23-11541 in the matter of Delmar Dominique Thigpen. Counsel appearance for the record.
Morning, Your Honor. Andrew Moggs, AP number 6956.
Okay. At the jail, would you please state your name again for the record, please?
Delar Thigpen.
Okay, thank you, counsel. How would you like to proceed?
Judge, regard to the arraignment, waive formal reading, client stands mute. At this time, I'd ask the court to kindly enter a plea of not guilty.
Yeah, I will enter a plea of not guilty on your client's behalf. Counsel, you may address bond if you like.
Judge, Ms. Thigpen cares for her young children. She has a residence in Detroit. She has a very good job. She's a phlebotomist. She'd like to get back to that work as soon as possible and care for her kids. I know we're not supposed to get into the substance of the case, but it sounds like she may very well have a self-defense argument and a solid defense on this matter.
I told you.
I realize these are serious charges, possible 10-year felony, but I'd ask the court to consider at least attaching a 10% provision to any cash bond that may be set.
Thank you, counsel. There is a current active warrant out of Bowling Green, Ohio for contempt of court, just to make your client aware of that. And an assault matter out of Tennessee back in 2016. This case involves an assault of nature as well. It gives the court some concern based upon the things I just mentioned about safety for the public. Bond will be set in this matter at $2,000 cash surety, no 10%. In order that the defendant not have any direct or indirect contact with the Constance James. The defendant will not go to the premises and or return to the drive. That's in Troy. The defendant will also not go to or return to in the city of Southfield. Defendant will not assault, beat, molest, or in any way verbally harass, intimidate, or threaten any complaining witnesses in this matter. Personally appear for all court appearances, not leave the state of Michigan without permission of the court, and immediately notify the court in writing of any change of address. Defendant must provide the defendant is currently living on the Mansfield address. Is that correct, counsel?
Yes, Judge.
Thank you. Defendant must personally appear for all court proceedings as indicated, not leave the state of Michigan without permission of the court. Change your address or phone number, notify the court immediately. Do not possess any firearms or other dangerous weapons. Pick up no new criminal offenses. This matter. Going to order that the defendant test 1 time per week for alcohol and drugs. Therefore, the defendant must refrain from using alcohol, any form of THC, illegal drugs, or using any medication in this matter. Other than that, counsel, ma'am, at the jail, do you understand your bond conditions?
Yes.
Okay, your next court date, your probable cause conference is going to be January the 8th of this year, 2024 at 9:00 a.m. And you also have an exam that's scheduled for January the 15th at 9:00 a.m. Both these matters will take place at the 52-4 District Court in the city of Troy. Ma'am, you're all set. Good luck to you.
All right, I got one in Oak Park ready for you, Ross.
Okay, I'm doing I'm doing a swear to on that now.
Okay, cool.
Okay, thank you. Okay, calling case prosecutor order number 24-00004 to swear to in the matter of Rando Ross. Detective, appearance for the record.
Detective Mata, M-O-T-T-A.
Would you raise your right hand, please? Solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you're about to give is true to the best of your knowledge, information, and belief.
I do.
Okay, please state the facts as you know them in this matter.
All right. In reference to Oak Park case number 24-10, on January 1st, 2024, Oak Park officers were dispatched to the area with a report of a large fight in the apartment hallway. Officers Lawless and Nadell arrived on scene as backup and observed 3 black males running away from the scene. Officers followed them and observed one of the males, later identified as Fernando Ross Jr., stopping behind a car. Officers ordered Ross to stop and he complied. Officers made contact with Ross and observed the handle of a pistol sticking out of his front left pocket. Officers detained Ross and secured the pistol. Ross stated that the pistol belonged to him and that he had a CPL. Ross refused to answer any questions about the fight, but gave permission for officers to take his ID and pistol sales record out of his pocket. Officers checked Ross in lien and SOS and found that he did not have a CPL license. According to the pistol sales record found on Ross, he bought the pistol on December 21st, 2023. Officers checked the pistol in lien and SOS and found it was currently not registered. Ross was transported to Oak Park Police Station without incident. Ross has 1 prior CCW case out of the 3rd District Court from September 2021, which was dismissed through HIDA. I'm asking Your Honor that you approve and sign the warrant for Fernando Ross Jr. for CCW.
So why would you think that that's something that they would just take your word on or wouldn't check? Like, no, officers, I've got my CCW permit. It's okay. They're just going to take your word for it? I don't think so. Well, here's my proof of sale, officers. Of course I've got the rest of it. It's legit. No, they're gonna check, bud. You might as well just be honest with them from the start. Because there's really no way that you're gonna beat that.
Okay. The court finds that the alleged crime was committed. Probable cause to believe that the defendant committed said offense. The court will sign and issue the complaint and warrant in this matter. Anything I'm going to be arraigning this individual within the next few minutes. Anything you want to add? Any other CCH information?
Sir, he does have a failure to appear traffic warrant out of Detroit. He has two addresses that listed, one in Lansing and one in Detroit. He does have that prior CCW out of the Third District Court from only 2 years ago. I would also note that he refused to answer any questions even pertaining to when I was inquiring for the attorney form. It's been quite uncooperative. But
Okay,
mainly,
thank you.
sir, yeah.
Yep. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Yep.
Okay, calling case prosecutor order number 24-00004. It's in the matter of Bernardo Ross. Counsel appearance for the record.
Morning, Your Honor. Andrew Moggs, AP number 69568.
Sir, at the jail, please state your name for the record.
Fernando Ross, Jr.
Okay, thank you. Counsel, how would you like to proceed?
Judge Way, former reading, client stands mute, kindly enter plea of not guilty.
Okay, court will enter plea of not guilty on your client's behalf. Court will grant court-appointed counsel as well in this matter. Counsel, you can address bond if you like at this point.
Judge, he tells me he works unloading trucks, resides with his father, promises to appear at all court dates.
Okay, thank you, counsel. Sir, at the jail, state your name again for the record and then tell the court where you're living.
Fernando Ross, Lansing, Michigan.
Do you have a Detroit address as well?
Nope.
Okay. Client does have a fail to appear out of Detroit. He had a prior CCW out of the 36th District Court. Looks like back a few years ago as well. This is a similar matter to that. Carrying another concealed weapon in this file. A bond in the amount of $3,000 cash surety note 10%. The defendant will appear for all court appearances, personally appear for all court appearances. Do not leave the state of Michigan without permission of the court. Immediately notify the court in writing of any change of address or phone number, sir. You will not possess, shall not possess any firearms or other dangerous weapons. The court will order you refrain from using alcohol, any form of THC, illegal drugs, or abusing any medication. You'll be tested 1 time a week for alcohol and drugs. No new criminal offenses. You must contact Nat. I did grant court appointed to counsel. Your next court date, sir, you have a probable cause conference, which is scheduled for January the 8th of this year, 2024. That'll be at the 45th District Court in Oak Park. You also have an exam scheduled for January the 15th of 2024, and that's also going to be at Oak Park, and both of those are scheduled for 9:00 a.m. in the morning. Other than that, sir, do you understand your bond conditions?
Yes. Do that mean I have to come down here for that, or will it be handled online?
From Lansing? You mean from Lansing?
Yeah.
Yeah. If unless the court tells you otherwise, appear. But you could always, when you bond, you could always call the court and double check that. So, but unless the court tells you otherwise, you're supposed to appear in court in person. So good luck to you on that, sir.
All right. Thank you.
Okay.
Catherine Gaston, I don't know what
Calling,
that is.
Case number prosecutor order 23-11547. This is in the matter of Thomas Edward Nowicki. Detective appearance for the record, please.
Detective Rougeau, Royal Oak Police.
Okay, to raise your right hand. Solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you're about to give is true to the best of your knowledge, information, and belief.
I do.
Okay, please state the facts in this case as you know them.
Thank you, Your Honor. On December 29th, 2023, at approximately 9:45 p.m., Royal Oak officers were dispatched to here in Royal Oak, Michigan, County of Oakland for the report of a domestic violence incident. The sister of Thomas Edward Nowacek, date of birth, called to report that he had just assaulted their 72-year-old brother, Bruce. Both Bruce and Thomas reside together at the Edmond address. While en route, Bruce arrived at the Royal Oak Police Department to report the same assault. He had visible injuries to his left cheek, a bruise on his ear, and had 2 swollen spots on the top of his head. The two had attended an AA meeting together, but Thomas had left early after getting upset with the staff for taking away his alcohol.
Okay, that's my favorite part. He attended an AA meeting earlier, but he got upset with the staff for taking away his alcohol. My guy, what do you think they do in AA? Did you bring enough for everyone?
When Bruce arrived home, he was immediately attacked by Thomas with closed fists. While doing so, Bruce believed that his life may be in danger because both of his age and poor health, and also because Thomas was verbally threatening his life. Bruce was taken to Cornwall Hospital for treatment and released the following day with minor injuries. Officers were unable to make contact with Thomas the night of the incident. The following day, they assisted Bruce by accompanying him to the home to gather some belongings. Thomas was in the home and placed under arrest for domestic violence. While in the patrol car on the way to the police station, Thomas made unsolicited statements such as, quote, "He deserved what he got," and, quote, "I hope I hit him good." Thomas has a previous conviction for both domestic violence and assault with a dangerous weapon, having pled nolo contendery in May of 2012 out of the Sixth Circuit Court. The details of this case, Your Honor, are recorded under Royal Oak Police Report number 2300450048. And you have before you a 1-count complaint and warrant authorized by the Oakland County Prosecutor's Office, charging Nowacek with domestic violence, third offense, as enhanced by the aforementioned prior convictions.
Okay. Court finds that the alleged crime was committed and that there's probable cause to believe that the defendant committed said offense. The court will sign and issue the complaint and warrant in this matter. Thank you for that one, Detective.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Sir, at the jail, what is your name?
At Becky D, that's just called the local tavern on the corner at that point.
Thomas Edward Novacek.
I'm sorry, repeat your name again.
Thomas Edward Novacek. Nowacek.
You scooch back a little bit so he can see you.
Oh, okay. I'm
Keep
sorry.
going, keep going, keep going. See your
Oh, I
face
see.
up in that little, there you go.
Okay. Okay, calling case prosecutor order number 23-11547 in the matter of Thomas Edward Novacek. Counsel appearance for the record.
Morning, Your Honor. Andrew Moxie, P number 69568.
Okay, sir, state your full name for the record at the jail.
Thomas Edward Novacek.
Okay, thank you. Counsel, how would you like to proceed?
Judge, waive formal reading. Client stands mute. Kindly enter a plea of not guilty at this time.
Okay, I will enter a plea of not guilty on your client's behalf. I will also grant court-appointed counsel in this matter. You may address bond counsel.
Judge, the complainant is his brother, Bruce. He can stay away from him. He'll live with a friend who lives a couple blocks away. Won't have any contact with Bruce. Mr. Novacek's employed in sales. I'm asking you to set a reasonable bond, perhaps consider a 10% provision.
Mr. Novacek, what's your address? Where are you going to be living for a while?
I don't know the exact address. It's at the corner of and Royal Oak.
Okay. Okay.
My friend's name is Christina. I don't know her last name.
Okay, thank you.
And we are just friends.
This is a third offense. This is cases of a violent nature, so it does give the court some concern about the safety to various individuals, including the complaining witness in this matter.
I would never touch him again.
Okay,
Well, Judge, you know the meetings are weekly.
This is the third offense notice related to a violent offense. The alleged charges in this matter are somewhat disturbing. Bond will be in the amount of $4,000 cash surety, no 10%. Going to order that the defendant not have any direct or indirect contact with Bruce Nowak, Nowacek. The defendant will not return to the premises known as in Royal Oak, Michigan. The defendant must provide once the defendant bonds out, the defendant must provide a valid address within 24 hours of his release to the 44th District Court in Royal Oak. The defendant will not assault, beat, molest, or in any way verbally harass, intimidate, or threaten any complaining witnesses in this matter. Personally appear for all court proceedings. Do not leave the state of Michigan without permission of the court, and immediately notify the court in writing, sir. Once you obtain an address, you need to let the court know that immediately. You will not possess any firearms, other dangerous weapons. The court is going to order that you refrain from using alcohol, any form of THC, illegal drugs, or abusing any medication. You will be tested 2 times a week for alcohol and drugs as part of your bond conditions. You will be supervised by the Pretrial Services Division, probably over at the 44th District Court, and pick up no new criminal offenses. Your next court date, sir, is going to be January the 8th. So you'll be back in court within the next 7 days. January the 8th of 2024 is your probable cause conference. That's scheduled for 9 o'clock in the morning. And you have an exam scheduled after that, which is going to be a week down the line after that on January the 15th of 2024, also at 9 o'clock a.m. Both these matters will be heard at the 44th District Court in Royal Oak. Other than that, sir, what I've read off to you, understand what I read off to you and your bond conditions?
I believe so, yes. So
Okay,
$4,000.
thank you, counsel. Did you have counsel? I'm sorry, sir, give me 1 minute. Counsel, did you have anything further? And sir, if you have something you want to add, just to make sure it's nothing about the case itself, please. Counsel, anything further from you?
No, I'd give him a court-appointed attorney. If he hires someone, they can always notify the court at a later time.
Yes, I've granted that as well. So if your attorney, if you hire an attorney, your attorney will let the court know, and then that attorney will then represent you. So that won't be an issue at all. So other than that, sir, best of luck to you.
Okay.
I love my kisses salty.
Okay, calling case number, prosecute order number 23-11537. This is in the matter of Denzel Joshua Royster. Detective, you're still under oath to state your name for the record in this matter.
Again, still Detective Rougeau, Royal Oak.
Okay, you may proceed with facts in this case.
On December 30th, 2023, at approximately 3 a.m., Royal Oak officers Gosto and Stokes in a fully marked patrol vehicle responded to southbound I-75 and 11 Mile within the city of Royal Oak, Michigan County of Oakland, to look for a vehicle which fled from a Madison Heights police officer's stop. The vehicle was identified as a dark Dodge Avenger driven by a black male with dreadlocks. Officers located a vehicle which matched this description, driving at a high rate of speed south past them on I-75, and began to catch up to it. Once they did, the patrol vehicle was positioned next to the Avenger, and a spotlight was used to illuminate the interior of it. Officers were able to see the driver to be a black male with black and green dreadlocks. A traffic stop was conducted upon westbound 696 at Bermuda. While beside the vehicle, the driver was again observed to be a black male with dreadlocks, while the sole passenger was observed to be a black male with short hair. The Avenger again fled from the stop at a high rate of speed, briefly exiting Woodward at Bermuda. Exiting westbound I-696 at Bermuda before immediately re-entering and continuing on the highway. The Avenger exited at Woodward, disregarding a red traffic signal at southbound Woodward. The Avenger then lost control, spun out, and overturned in front of the Detroit Zoo. In doing so, it caused damage to the grass, destroyed decorative lights, a power source, and dislodged a tree. Both occupants were ordered from the vehicle at gunpoint, and the driver was identified as Denzel Joshua Royster. Date of birth, he was placed under arrest and found to have a suspended driver's license. Upon removing Royster from the patrol vehicle at the Royal Oak Police Department, officers observed him to display signs of intoxication, to include watery, sleepy eyes, slurred speech, and to emit a strong odor of intoxicants from his person. Royster was advised of his Miranda rights and invoked his right to remain silent. A search warrant for his blood was obtained and taken in accordance with it. An analysis of that blood is pending, as are any additional applicable charges. The passenger was taken to Corwell Hospital for complaints of pain to his ribs and back, and he was later discharged and assumed to only have minor injuries. Your Honor, all of the details of this case are recorded under Royal Oak Police Report number 23-00-45083, and you have before you a 2-count complaint and warrant authorized by the Oakland County Prosecutor's Office, charging Royster with fleeing in the 3rd degree and driving while license suspended.
The court finds that the alleged crime is committed. It's probable cause to believe the defendant committed the said offense. The court will sign and issue the complaint and warrant in this matter.
Thank you, Your Honor. If you don't mind, Your Honor, I'd like to stay and speak to bond on Mr. Royster.
Absolutely.
Thank you, sir.
Yep. Sir, at the jail, what is your name?
Denzel Royster.
Okay, thank you. Okay, calling case number, prosecutor order number 23-11537 in the matter of Denzel Joshua Royster. Counsel appearance for the record.
More, Your Honor. Andrew Mock, CP number 69568.
Okay, sir, at the jail, state your full name again for the record, please.
Denzel Joshua Royster.
Thank you. Counsel, how would you like to proceed on this matter?
Judge, wait formal reading. Client stands mute. Kindly enter plea of not guilty.
Okay, I plea of not guilty on your client's behalf. I'm also granting court-appointed counsel in this matter as well. Counsel, you feel free to address bond at this point.
Judge, he lives with his whole family, including his father, mother, and his daughter down in Detroit. He's getting ready to start a new job at White Castle.
The living with his whole family thing and getting ready to start a job at White Castle, that's not positives for your client, sir.
He's supposed to go to training for that job. So he'd like to get out so he can get to work. I'd ask the court to consider attaching a 10% provision to any bond you might set.
Thank you. Detective, did you have any comments on this file?
Yes, Your Honor, I did. Thank you. I bring it to the court's attention that Mr. Royster currently has 20, that's 20 warrants out for his arrest for failing to appear out of Detroit. I think that demonstrates that he's not likely to appear on this matter without some sort of assurances. Additionally, I'd highlight that his actions not only put the public in jeopardy, but demonstrates a severe disregard for his and his passenger's safety. Considering the speed the vehicle was traveling when it crashed, the damage incurred as it rolled over, and the fact that neither Royster or his passenger were wearing seatbelts at the time of the accident, it's nothing short of a miracle that things didn't end more terribly than it did. Your Honor, in order to defend the public pending, as well as ensure the safety and to ensure that his appearance, I'd ask for a cash bond in this matter, probably in the neighborhood of $100,000, as well as a GPS and alcohol tether prior to his release.
No 10%.
Thank you, Detective. Give me a moment. Is there anyone injured in this matter? Anyone had to go to the hospital on this matter, Detective?
Yes, Your Honor. The passenger was taken to the hospital complaining of, I believe it was rib and back pain. He was discharged the following day. My understanding is it's just minor injury that he ended up with, but injury nonetheless.
How did the vehicle come to be stopped?
It flipped over and rolled in the front grass area in front of the Detroit Zoo at 10 Mile and Woodward.
What is the other party's name that was injured? Is he a co-defendant?
No, Your Honor.
Or not?
No charges.
Thank you. I don't need to know the name then. Okay, based upon the dangerous situation and the allegations involved in this matter, bond's going to be in the amount of $150,000. Cash surety, no 10%. Going to order that the defendant personally appear for all court proceedings and not leave the state of Michigan without permission of the court. Immediately notify the court in writing of any change of address or phone number. I have you at the Detroit address on Coyle Street as of right now. Defendant will not possess any firearms or other dangerous weapons. Going to order that the defendant refrain from using alcohol, any form of THC, illegal drugs, or abusing any medication. With that, the defendant will be placed on an alcohol tether, which will be fitted prior to his release on this matter from bonding out. Defendant must contact pretrial services at the 44th District Court in Royal Oak within 24 hours of his release. Pick up no new additional criminal offenses or activity. I'm also ordering, the court is also going to order that a GPS tether be placed on the defendant also prior to his release. Home confinement, except for medical emergencies and court appointments and any necessary attorney visits that are that the court clears that you may have to attend, but the court would have to clear that. Other than that, I indicate I granted court-appointed counsel in this matter. Sir, do you understand your bond conditions that I read off?
Yes, I'm getting a tether.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yes. Okay, I appreciate that. Thank you, sir. Best of luck to you. Best of luck to you. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I'll answer your question. I just don't make sure it's not about the case itself. Okay. I just don't want you to say anything because we're being recorded.
Hi, it's about the bond. I'm getting a tether bond, basically.
I don't know what you. Let me just repeat it again. That part of it. Your bond is $150,000 cash surety, no 10%. I've also ordered that you be placed on a GPS tether, home confinement prior to your release, except for medical emergencies and court appointments that you would have to attend. You're also going to be placed on an alcohol tether, and I did grant court-appointed counsel in this matter as well. So those are the conditions of the bond. So at this point, best of luck to you, sir. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
So basically, you got to come up with 150
God.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Okay.
And then once you, if you come up with that money or your bond gets reduced, well, or if your bond gets reduced, then you'll be on a GPS tether and home confinement. Okay, that's what you said.
All right. So when my next
Well, he's
birthday?
done.
He ain't even said.
Right there said the 8th for you guys.
I think it was the 8th,
Yeah, next
All
Monday.
right, good.
All right.
Dude, you flipped a car at the, what was it, the zoo? Because of a chase running from the cops with an innocent passenger who was probably scared to death. And you're upset that you're going to be sitting in jail? Come on. You know what could have probably prevented any problems? If rather than gonna be starting at White Castle, you had been already working at White Castle. And rather than living with your whole family, you'd been supporting yourself or supporting your family. Take on responsibilities and man up instead of running from the cops. And then you wouldn't have to, oh my God, at nothing. Oh, get on my nerves.
Is that it?
One additional.
Okay. What's the name on that?
Woods Blakely.
I have it. Second here. Okay, calling case prosecutor order number 24-00001 in the matter of Amin Raman Woods Blakely. Detective, you're still under oath. Please state the facts in this case as you know them to be.
Thank you, Your Honor. And again, still Detective Rougeau. On December 29th, 2023, at approximately 11 p.m., officers were dispatched to the CVS located at 30900 Woodward, here within Royal Oak, Michigan County of Oakland, for the report of a retail fraud which had just occurred. Store staff had witnessed a male conceal a stick of deodorant in his jacket before leaving the store without offering payment. Officers located Hamim Raman Woods Blakely, date of birth a short distance away, who matched the description of the suspect. Woods provided officers with a false name and date of birth initially. After reviewing the security footage and verifying product stock as well as Woods' identity as the suspect, it was confirmed that he had also stolen a bottle of body wash, the aforementioned deodorant, and 2 packs of over-the-counter antacids for a total value of $59.76. Woods was placed under arrest and transported to the Royal Oak Police Department. Woods has an extensive criminal history to include a conviction for retail fraud in the third degree out of the 39th District Court in March of 2016. All of this details of this case, Your Honor, are recorded under Royal Oak Police Report number 23-0045058. And you have before you a one-count complaint and warrant authorized by the Oakland County Prosecutor's Office charging Mr. Woods Blakely with retail fraud in the second degree, second or subsequent offense.
Okay, thank you, Detective. The court finds the alleged crime was committed and that there's probable cause to believe that the defendant committed the said offense. The court will issue and sign the complaint and warrant in this matter.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, sir, at the jail, what is your name?
My name is Hameen Rockman Woods Blakely. Happy years.
A calling case prosecutor order number 24-00001 in a matter of Hameen Rahman Woods Blakely. Counsel appearance for the record.
Morning, Your Honor. Andrew Moggsy, P number 69568.
Counsel, sir, would you please state your full name again for the record?
Sir, I apologize. This is Hameen Rahman Woods Blakely, sir.
Oh, no problem. Thank you, sir. Counsel, how would you like to proceed in this matter?
Waive formal reading. Client stands mute. Kindly enter a plea of not guilty at this time.
In court, enter a plea of not guilty on your client's behalf. We'll grant court-appointed counsel in this matter as well. Counsel, if you like, you may address bond.
Judge, just to remind the court, this is the misdemeanor charge. He's employed, he works at a gas station, resides with his sister in Detroit. I'd ask you to consider a personal bond in this case.
It's enhanced. This is your third time. It's enhanced.
Mr. Woods Blakely, where are you currently residing?
I live with my sister Fatima Woods in Detroit, Michigan.
Do you have an address?
Yes, sir. It should be on file. Detroit, Michigan. And the zip code should be 28221. No, I'm sorry, 28421.
Yes. Start over again with the zip. It's going to be 4 something.
Yes, sir. That's in Detroit, Michigan, with my sister Fatima Woods. I do have her number as well. And,
give me the zip code again. That's where you messed up.
And the zip code, to be honest, Your Honor, I'm not too fresh on it. If you guys wouldn't mind Googling it, I don't have a phone, but if you Google.
Okay, I understand. What's the phone number? What's the phone number, sir?
And that is my oldest sister. Her name is Fatima Woods.
I'm sorry, counsel. Did you indicate your client was working somewhere or not? I just don't remember what you said.
He said he works at a gas station.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Sir, how long you been living at that address in Detroit? Or are you just...
So real quick, y'all just heard that. Now twice now, the defense attorney has said he works at a gas station. And he just said, yes, sir. Pointing it out right now.
Plan on going there?
About 6 months now, and I definitely, with God's grace, plan on returning. I've been there for 6 months now, sir.
Not totally sure where you're staying. Nevertheless, I did write that address down and your sister's phone number. Bond will be in the amount of $500 cash surety, no 10% in this matter. You were ordered not to have any contact with any CBS employees. You are not to return to CBS at 30900 Woodward Avenue in Royal Oak. You will not assault, beat, molest. You will listen. You will listen for now, and I'll get to you in a minute, okay? You will not assault, beat, molest, or in any way verbally harass, intimidate, or threaten any witnesses in this matter or any employees at CBS. You must personally appear for all court appearances, not leave the state of Michigan without permission of this court. If you change your address or phone number from the address you gave me, you need to make sure the court knows that immediately. Other than that, sir, do not wait, hold on a minute. I'm gonna give you a chance to talk, but you gotta let me finish. I'm gonna give you a chance to talk. So just relax a little bit, okay? I'll give you an opportunity to speak. So otherwise, pick up no new criminal offenses. I'm going to order that you refrain from using alcohol, any form of THC, marijuana, illegal drugs, or abusing any medication. I am not going to order that you test for those things. I'm just ordering that you not use those things. Okay, now, other than that, I'm gonna take your question, but I need you to answer my question first. So just relax. And then I'll take your question. Do you understand your bond conditions, first of all? Do you understand what I said?
Yeah, I
Go ahead and answer that. You can answer that.
yeah,
Do you understand what I said?
kind of, because I don't have a job.
Okay, hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. What is it you don't understand? I want to make sure you understand what I said, and then I'm going to take your question after that.
Wait a minute. But he's already affirmed he works at a gas station. And now he doesn't have a job.
I got you. I got you clearly. You are.
Okay, go ahead. Do you understand your bond conditions?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now, what is your question, sir?
I lost my arm in a car accident, man, and I've been struggling to get disability. The info is kind of false at the gas. Like, I don't have a legitimate job where I make a check. So I'm actually one of the poor. I'm one of the indigent. So I just feel like
this is what's going to happen. Okay, I got that. Let me tell you this. Because you're indigent, the court has granted you and will continue.
It's possible because I don't have any money. I don't have no money. I only got one arm and I didn't get no Social Security. I just was asking, this is the first time misdemeanor in your township, and I'm sorry, I apologize. I was just asking, could you please grant me a PR bond? I don't have no money, man.
I'll tell you what I will do, sir. I will reduce the bond down from 500 cash surety to 300 cash surety. I will not address this bond again. Best of luck to you, sir.
Now, real quick, before you all get bleeding heart on this guy because he lost his arm in a car accident, which I feel bad for him. I do. But they've already stated that he has a long rap sheet of stealing. Many counts. So this isn't his first offense. Maybe it's his first offense in this township. That's still not a good look, dude. Because you didn't just start stealing just now because of bad circumstances. And I don't care how rough shit gets. You can find a way without breaking the law. All that stuff that you tried taking, deodorant, body wash, and antacids. There are food banks, Red Cross, things like that you could have gone to that will provide those things because those are necessities. You may not get your brand. You may not get exactly what you like or how you want to smell, but they'll give you what you need. You don't have to break the law. You can reach out for help because it always is there in some way.
I wanted to enter and plead guilty.
Best of luck to you, sir. I am done. Officer, I am done. I can't, I'm done. Officer, I am done with this person.
I told him I was guilty, man. I wanted to.
Come on. No, don't say that. Don't say that. I don't want you to say anything that's going to be damaging to you.
Does misdemeanor shit?
Go.
Gonna get you taken in jail for a stick of deodorant, dog.
I'll explain it to you. Go ahead. Mr. Nowacek, Mr. Nowacek.
Pled guilty. I don't feel like
Go.
I would have pled guilty.
Be quiet.
Detective, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good. So I have a couple swear-tos for you. So let's Calling case number, prosecutor order number 200008 in the matter of Spencer Clay Johnson. Detective, would you please state your name for the record?
Detective Moore, White Lake PD.
Raise your right hand, please. Solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you're about to give is true to the best of your knowledge, information, and belief.
I do.
Okay, please state the facts as you know them.
On December 30th, 2023, Spencer Johnson was involved in an accident while operating a vehicle cross in the area of Highland Road and Pontiac Lake Road in the township of White Lake, County of Oakland, State of Michigan. He was involved in an accident and in that area and attempted to drive away, stopped several hundred yards from the scene. Officers made contact with Spencer and could smell intoxicants coming from his person. Field sobriety tests were modified for Spencer and given by Officer Uhazy. He was unable to successfully complete those field sobriety tests. Roadside PBT was administered, which registered 0.139. I am seeking a warrant today for operating while intoxicated.
Thank you. The court finds the alleged crime was committed. Probable cause to believe the defendant committed the said offense. The court will issue and sign the complaint and warrant in this matter. Calling case prosecutor order number 200008 in the matter of Spencer Clay Johnson. Counsel appearance for the record.
Morning, Your Honor. Andrew Moxie, P number 69568.
Hey, sir, at the jail, would you please state your name for the record?
Spencer Johnson.
Okay, thank you, sir. Counsel, how would you like to proceed in this matter?
Judge, waive formal reading. Client stands mute. Comment or plea of not guilty at this time.
In a plea of not guilty on your client's behalf, I will grant court-appointed counsel at this stage in the proceedings. Counsel, you may address bond if you like at this time.
Judge, this is the misdemeanor version of the drunk driving charge. There was an accident. Speaking with the defendant, it sounds like another vehicle actually was responsible and hit him. He is employed. He works at a medical warehouse as a packer. Lives by himself in a home that he rents. I'd ask you consider a low cash bond with some sort of alcohol tether.
Okay, thank you, counsel. Okay, based on the allegations of this matter, I believe the defendant stayed at the scene. Bond amount will be $500 cash surety. I order that the defendant be placed on an alcohol tether prior to his release. The defendant must personally appear for all court proceedings. Sir, do not leave the state of Michigan without permission of the court and immediately notify the court in writing of any change of address or phone number. Pick up no new criminal offenses while you're out on bond. Other than that, sir, do you understand your bond conditions?
Cash surety means what exactly?
You need $500 to get out, and you will be placed on an alcohol tether prior to being released. Okay, you understand your bond conditions, sir? Other than that, do you understand your bond conditions? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. Do you understand
Yes,
what I read off to you? Oh, okay. All right, thank you. Counsel, do you have anything further?
No, sir.
Okay, you're all set, sir. Good luck to you. Calling case prosecutor order number 2400011 in the matter of Davis Wesley Odoms, O-D-O-M-S. Detective, you're still under oath. Just please state your name again for the record.
Detective Moore, White Lake PD.
Okay, you may proceed with the facts as you know them.
Prior to that, Your Honor, I'd like to take notice to the count 1, third offense. In the first line, it indicates that on or about June 5th of 2014 was his first conviction. That should state June 25th.
Okay, where's that at?
Under count 1, right under third.
Okay, it says third offense.
Yep, that first line. Towards the end, it says June 5th. That should say June 25th.
Okay, hold on a second. It should say June 25th after the third offense.
Yes, sir.
Okay, there's no date mentioned. Let me look in there's no date mentioned on my document. Let me double check something here.
It was on the warrant.
Okay, let me double check the warrant.
Okay.
So intoxicated on or about June 5th. That should be what?
June 25th.
Okay, the court had just made that correction. The defendant had been convicted while intoxicating on or about June 25th of 2014. Other than that, Detective, you may proceed.
All right, thank you. On December 31st, 2023, David Odoms was operating a Ford Edge on Highland Road near Pontiac Lake in the town of White Lake, County of Oakland, State of Michigan. He was stopped because of the officer ran the plate and identified the RO as revoked. Following the stop, the officer smelled intoxicants coming from David's person. David was unable to successfully complete field sobriety test. The I-9 was administered, which registered .09 and .087. He has 2 prior OWI convictions, one October 23rd, 2012 out of 51st, second June 25th, 2014 out of 52-2. Seeking a warrant today for OWI third offense and DWS second offense.
Thank you. The court finds that the alleged crime was committed, probable cause to believe the defendant committed said offense. The court will issue and sign the complaint and warrant in this matter as well. Okay, person at the jail, what is your name, sir?
David Wesley Odoms.
Okay, thank you, sir. Calling prosecutor order number 24-00011, the matter of Davis Wesley Odoms. Counsel appearance for the record.
Morning, Your Honor. Andrew Moggs, AP number 69568.
Sir, at the jail, state your full name again, please, for the record.
David Wesley Odoms.
Okay. Thank you, counsel. How would you like to proceed in this matter?
Judge, waive formal reading. Client stands mute. Kindly enter a plea of not guilty.
Okay. Thank you. We'll enter a plea of not guilty on your client's behalf. Would you like to address bond, counsel?
I would, Judge. Nobody hurt, no accident, pulled over because of an expired license. He seems to think the blood alcohol came in at 0.087, so that's just a little bit over. Prior offenses were 10 and 12 years ago. He works, he's in sales and robotics, lives by himself in that 3323 Brookshire, Auburn Hills address. I'd ask you to consider putting a 10% provision on this bond.
Thank you, counsel. The allegations in this file take this matter up to a third offense OWI. There's some concern for the public, but I will keep your bond at a reasonable rate on this matter, sir. So your bond will be in the amount of $500 cash surety, no 10%. The court is going to order that you be placed on an alcohol tether prior to your release. No driving unless you have a valid driver's license, sir. You must personally appear for all court proceedings, not leave the state of Michigan without permission of the court, and immediately notify the court in writing of any change of address or phone number that you have. You shall refrain from using alcohol, any form of THC, illegal drugs, or abusing any type of medication. I've already ordered you to be placed on an alcohol tether prior to release. Pick up no new criminal activity while you're out on bond. Other than that, do you understand your bond condition, sir?
Yes, I do.
Okay, no driving unless you have a valid driver's license. Okay, thank you very much. We're all set. Just knock on the door behind you. I should be open. They'll let you out. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, Honor.
All right.
Thank you.
Well, that was a fun docket, y'all. It was fun because I had you guys, and I don't know what was up with when it froze. Like, my screen went black, but the audio was still going, and in the bottom where it's presenting the clip, it still showed that the clip was running. So I didn't mess with it and I didn't say anything, and now all of a sudden I see a lot of you saying you were kicked out by YouTube. So that wasn't a me thing. Like, I was looking at my Wi-Fi signal and seeing if that was strong enough for the stream, and I mean, I know my router is like not the greatest, but it's, not the worst. Yeah, it was a YouTube thing. For this many people to be affected all over the world, literally, it had to have been a YouTube thing. So if any of the Rewatch crew is watching, I'm very sorry. It's a conspiracy, Philip. I'm fibbing about all those people that were kicked out. They are in on it. And it was just because we didn't want you to see that clip. That was a Philip Heels excluded clip. Nah, we love you. I'm so glad. I don't know what I would do if y'all didn't love me. You know all the tricks. Like, seriously. You were the one that was talking about the nerd stats that one night, and what did is it down right now? What did it say? Oh, interesting, Jenny Green. Emily, I don't believe you. Now you're fibbing to us. Maybe. It tells you how long, so there's a delay from the moment I'm streaming until the moment you're receiving it. There is a slight delay. So Catherine checks the latency or the amount of time in between when it comes out of my mouth versus when you hear it. That distance of time. And some days are better than others. And she's let me know in the past whether it's improved, whether it's longer. She's got all the nerd stats. And that's it. That's right there. That's it. That's it. Emily has the Holy Grail CIA connection. Yep. That guy broke into the Vatican and he found it. He found it in the basement cubbyhole. And then the CIA got it from him. We do, actually. We text in the background all the time. Ah. Yeah. One of these days, I'm going to dig that hole and go straight to you. Like a slide. I'll jump into the hole and then I'll get enough room going that when I get to the center of the earth, then, I just keep propelling until I get to you. Gravity will have no effect on me. I'll have that much speed built up. Wow, there's nearly a minute between when I say it versus when you hear it. But it seems like the comments come in quicker than that. So, wow. That's a long time, actually. That really is. That's a long time. Oh my gosh, everybody. That's what it is. Yep, YouTube's trying to take away my likes. Everybody's got to go like it again. You get to like it twice. Yeah, something's up with YouTube tonight. But all right, guys. I've got to get myself to bed. I got to be up at 6. And I got to get that 4 hours on that machine. And then I got to get up tomorrow and do this all again. I love you all. I'm so grateful for you coming out and hanging out with me in the chat. And replay crew, you know I love you. Thank you all for loving me. You don't know what it means. Yeah, it is usually a lot quicker. Yes, sweet dreams to all of you. I don't know if y'all can hear Snorri McSnorpants back there. Your favorite chat dog is snoring loud. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I gotta get 4 hours on my BiPAP. If I don't, insurance takes it away from me because I'm in my first 90 days of it. They took the CPAPs away from me because I wasn't able to meet compliance. But the CPAPs felt like they were strangling me. They really did. I felt like I was choking. And then they switched me over to the BiPAP. Thank God the respiratory therapist that I got that night was really good. And she thought to check. And I performed much better on BiPAP. And I don't feel like it's strangling me. See, when I go to check on her, she stops. It's only if she thinks I'm not listening. She's snoring away. She's such a big baby. But yeah, no, I sleep much better with the BiPAP than I did with the CPAP. So I don't think I'm going to have a problem meeting compliance this time. Yeah, I know. I wake her up basically. I am. Were you guys able to hear her? If you couldn't, I'd be shocked because she was loud. It was so funny. Oh, she's such a big baby. Y'all love her. I know you do. And then Earl right in front of her. Earl loves her Ava. His Ava. Yeah. All right, guys. You know the drill. Thank you all for coming out. I love you so much. Be safe, be well, sleep sweet, and much love.